as an existence. And so we have today the initial verse, infinite loving kindness brings infinite love, which is obviously the vastest universe. It's endless and spreads without bounds. That's what compassion should be, that we should be cultivating towards in a voice of our path. And in so doing, and we need to also cultivate, because when we walk amongst the masses, attain affinity to establish this long-lasting relationship. And just like the Sakyamuni Buddha did, to have that affinity which is long-lasting. So in fact, when Buddha attained enlightenment, when he was being challenged by Mara, if you notice that in a response to Mara, and Mara asked the Buddha on how can he say that he is indeed has attained supreme enlightenment, attained Buddhahood. So if you notice that the Buddha's image, the 5 fingers is pointing to the ground on one hand, and that's what it means. He said, "Earth is my witness," and this is what the reflection of the affinity that the Buddha had. So in Master's explanation, it's the first most fundamental lesson to apply infinite love to Dharma at heart. So this is why go back to the first part of cultivation is through the heart, and that's when compassion can be boundless, and that's what we need to do in our practice to go on and on, lifetime after lifetimes. And so in these bodies of the path, we want to take on upon us the awakened ascendant being by constantly forming and maintain that relationship, which what the Buddha has done in all his past life. So then there is these 3 views in this today, which is emptiness, illusoriness, and the middle view, which will come to that. And this also refers to the analogy for the 3 like the 3 cards. So the view of emptiness, contemplating on all phenomena as arising interdependently. So interdependently is one cannot arise. So even though for the same thing with karma and with karmic seeds, even though we may have a karmic seed, the karmic seed cannot arise to become an effect until the condition is right. So in very much the same way, which I shared with you the past few days, it's a seed. A seed cannot germinate unless the soil condition is right. So it's the same thing. So all phenomena arise interdependently with no nature. So by itself, it cannot exist. So things are dependent on the conversion of various conditions to arise. So when the condition disperses, that means that when then that disperses, there is just emptiness. It cannot arise. That is the essence of thus the essence is actually empty, and there is no independently existing nature. So that's why Master mentioned always cause and condition must converge to give rise to this substance. On illusoriness, the contemplating all phenomena as being like an illusion or a mirage. So everything is illusory, like a dream or a mirage. So, you know, what Shakespeare said, life is a stage, and it means the same thing. So we must, so if that is the case, so we must then understand that actually we must make use of the illusory in order to achieve the truth. You see, that's the point that I was trying to explain to you all in the past. You see, words that in the Dharma is but the truth, but words is inadequate to explain the truth. That's why the truth can only be realized, cannot be explained. It's for us to understand. So truth must be well understood. But truth can describe what is not. So this is what it is. So truth can describe the illusion part of it. So then how do we survive in this world? Because when we survive this world, our life, we need to eat, we need warm clothes, so on and so forth. We need those necessities. All these things are illusory. We can use them to cultivate the truth. So, and this is what I'm trying to say. So truth is not the illusion. And then you know what is not, then we could realize what it is. So we rely on the illusory to cultivate the truth. And we depend on many illusory material things. Life is short and temporary, but yet at the end of the day, all these material things at the end of our life means nothing to us. So, but people are deluded, and because of this, they cling on to their desires and what is illusion. So this is why when you cling on to illusion, that's why in the Dharma, it said they got the delusion. There is the ignorance of why do we cling on to something which at the end of the day is nothing. So same thing goes for us. We occupy other countries, and you have seen that in the past there's so many stories about why conquer one another, occupy territory, build empires, take over other business, take over other people's wealth. So these people create conflicts and oppose each other, and that's the reason why there's so much conflict in the world even until today. Clinging on, lingering, and this is like clinging on and lingering on to the burning house. So in the middle view, it says that in the middle view is that all phenomena as neither empty nor illusory, and both empty and illusory. So it's neither empty or illusory, or both are empty and illusory, and that's what this middle view is about. And this obviously is a very, very profound sentence in this. So most importantly, Master said is that we must have the middle view, which is what this great white ox card is about. So we need to contemplate neither on empty nor illusory, but both empty and illusory. And this is where the true principles rise. So there is wondrous existence in emptiness. And wondrous existing in emptiness is that true existence. So what is the true existence that we need to realize? And yet there's also true emptiness in the wondrous existence. So although we say we may understand what true emptiness is, we need the illusory appearance of things or empty space around us to be grounded and stay fast in our daily living. So then Master went on mention why about the three cards. The sheep card and deer card are like the view of emptiness, the truth of emptiness or the truth of illusoriness. But what the difference between the sheep card and the deer card is there's no middle view about that. Okay, so we want the middle view about that. That's why we want to understand whether it is neither empty or illusory, or both empty and illusory. We have to walk amongst the masses to be able to practice this and realize that and understand that. So as you engage in contemplation of emptiness, if we can understand this principle, we can use the illusory to cultivate the truth. And this is what it is. So this is the oscillation between the conditioned Dharma and the unconditioned Dharma. So in the unconditioned Dharma, when we understand those true principles of emptiness and illusion, and whereas in the conditioned Dharma, then we can understand one or the other. So in this middle view continuum, in fact, the truest thing is the middle way. And the view of emptiness and view of illusoriness are part of the process of spiritual cultivation. So all phenomena are neither empty nor illusory. So if not for the principles of emptiness, how could we possibly realize how we have been attached to existence and cling on to many things? And that this is mine. So in very much the same way, if you do not understand darkness, how can you understand light? So that's what the Master is trying to say. So actually, if you understand the darkness and light, and this is a very good example, do you know darkness is illusory? Darkness doesn't exist. You cannot turn on darkness, but you can turn on light. Light is real. So therefore, darkness simply means is the absence of light. So what is illusion? Illusion simply means the absence of the truth. So it's the same analogy. Thus, we constantly suffer from meeting those who hate and so on and so forth, that you all understand about this part, that's why we get in delusion, and we cling on to what is hated, what we cling on to what is desire. So this is what was explained also yesterday, that the great ocean that we have all piled up, that we have the underlying intrinsic nature in all of us. It's just that we've been piled up with so many afflictions that we need to keep on losing all these things to attain what is our true nature. So our life is all about losing and excavating all the mud that we have piled up over many, many lifetimes. So the lesson that we learned today is that all things return to emptiness and all things are impermanent. So therefore, all things are illusory. It's through the illusory that we cultivate the truth. So because we don't, and then we enticed by this, we are being enticed by this illusory thing. And so when we course of our journey, there's so many attractions, so many sideshows, we get attracted, we deviate, and that's why they have, when we deviate, and that's what lead to ignorance, affliction, and in the end, we suffer. So by harmonizing the three views, we understand that everything is neither illusory nor real, and both illusory and real. So in truth, this is what we should be. We take the middle way and to understand. So we contemplate the principles of ultimate reality of phenomena. And so to understand, and then we understand the wondrous, profound principles. In this, when you understand the wondrous, profound principles, then we understand what a wondrous existence is, and also about true emptiness. So by eliminating all affliction, then we can encompass the all-encompassing wisdom. So in the contemplation today, whatever is illusory, let it be so. Whatever is in emptiness, be glad that is so. What is illusion can be understood. It's very easy to understand, right? Because it's right in front of us. What is emptiness can be realized, and that's why we need to contemplate and learn the Dharma to realize that. What is in between is just for you to discern. Neither illusory or both illusory and emptiness. Learn the gaps in between illusion and emptiness. Learning knowledge is gathering something new every day. Practicing wisdom is letting go something every day. So on relationship, in the emptiness of giving, receiving, and expecting, learn to give without expectation. Grow to receive nothing. Evolve with emptiness of expectation. Care without season, and love without reason. Therefore, rejoice that you can give without expectation, and be grateful that you can receive nothing. Okay, Gan En brothers and sisters, thank you so much.
On behalf of all the brothers and sisters, we must express our deepest Gan En to our Dr. Chin for the daily, wonderful, marvelous sharing. Okay, Brother Chin need to leave us early, so we need to take a group photo. Everyone, please on your video, so we can grab a picture of all our Monday blue smile. Okay. Yes. Sharing by our Dr. Chin. I think we cannot just get enough of it. So every day we must get this daily dosage of like a cut shui like that, cough syrup, to drench our throat, so that we will be
cough syrup to fight COVID.
Yeah, I think also a good analogy by Sister YY. Good or bad, I think is impermanent. Good
Thank
also
you.
will not. Yeah, thank you so much, Brother Chin.
Bye.
Yeah, okay. Let us continue with our sharing. Yes, can we have Sister Yvonne to share with us? Sister Yvonne, you are gleaming with smile today. Morning.
Okay, good morning. So the story of middle part remind me of the story that was shared in one of the books. I think it's called Analogy also. Like playing guitar, if we tie the string too loose, we cannot hear music. If we tie the thing too tight, when you play, you get bursts. So the middle part is the best. When you do middle part, then you get the music. So it's the energy of playing the guitar. So likewise, our ultimate aim is to return back to our true nature. So in this world, we have been taught the deer card or the deer card and the shift card that everything is empty. When you go, you cannot bring anything. But that doesn't mean that we don't do anything. So because in this space that we are in this world that we're in, we need this body to cultivate. That's what I mean by use the illusionary to cultivate the truth. We use this vehicle, the body that we have, to keep planting good seed, to then the pain that we feel in this world, the suffering that we feel in this world is actually true, you know. So that's what I mean by both illusionary and also truth. So the middle part is that when we choose the ox card, is actually the middle part. Inside it, all the treasure has been given. It means that we have been given or equipped with all the tools, the 4 infinite might, the 6 paramitas, you know, or we understand the 4 noble truth, the law of the karma. So all these the tools that be given us, which is maybe illusionary, maybe real, but when you go out and practice, it becomes real. So this is what by the middle part, that we must continue to walk this journey. We are at the ox. The cart is very big. We need to transport people. It's called learn and as well as spread the transformation, the knowledge at the same time. So let's practice the music by making sure the thing is not too loose or not too tight. So much sharing today, Gan.
Yeah, Gan En, for the soothing sharing, Sister Yvonne. Yes, really, just nice, not too tight, not too loose. Yes, okay, Gan En. Okay, next, can we have Sister Riani share with us? Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi, Brother Robert and all the brother and sister. Very wonderful sharing.
Yeah.
Hey, Brother Robert, today I bring one new people.
Min Li
Later.
Lim.
Yeah, why you pandai?
Sister or brother? Min Li. Sister, okay.
From parent from Tzu Chi International School.
Okay.
She is very diligent. After this, you can ask her to share.
Okay, how the.
Okay, today sharing about do not too attach about the things. Last night actually, I have a talk with Sister Hualien. I think Brother Robert, you know also, right?
Yes.
That sister from Tzu Chi. The bad news is her son contracted unknown disease. Until now, the doctors still don't know what happened to her son. But luckily, Sister Hualien is very diligent Pusa, listen to Sim Fa Xiang every day. Then she told me, actually, she don't know why, she's still very calm. The mind is still very calm and she has that strength to face the reality. Then she said, if not Sim Fa Xiang, I think I will collapse now because this illness is started from last month. Then she need to go to hospital every day. Until now, the son also need to go to hospital every 2 days to check the blood because all the professor in the UM also don't know what happened with her son. Then she told me, 商人的法是真的很有用的. So every day we must listen to Dharma. So when we face this impermanence, we are ready lah. Then she also told me one thing. So 做好事是要拿来蹲的. So we don't know when we will need it. If we don't have any deposit or we never do any good deeds, how we can withdraw this deposit? Because Sister Hualien is very good. She's very dedicated GL. Normally, she will do all the scattered, very far away place. She will do it even until Ulu Klang lah, a very far place lah. No GL want to do, she will do it. So I said, yeah, impermanence, we don't know when it will come, but we must be, every day we must have that mentality to ready to accept it lah. So we must pray for Sister Hualien's son also lah. Okay, Gan En.
Yeah, Gan En, Sister Riani for your sharing. Yes,